Good evening. I'm Myron Tannenbaum, graduation coordinator. Please rise and greet the Mamaroneck High School graduating class of 2015.
Everybody. Please rise if you're not already standing for the Star Spangled Banner played by the senior members of the concert band. And to begin our celebration tonight, the senior strings will play a piece by Carlos Gardel. everybody. Good evening, Dr. Schack, members of the Board of Education, faculty of Mamaroneck High School and other Mamaroneck schools, parents, family members, and of course, the class of 2015. 4 years ago, in McLean Auditorium, I welcomed you to Mamaroneck High School. I looked out at the same sea of faces that are looking at me now, and I saw a group of students who were brimming with anticipation, energy, and a lot of anxiety. That welcome was one of my first official acts as the new principal. And believe me, I was far more nervous than any of you. But together, we have made this journey, and how lucky I have been to have you by my side. This is a particularly meaningful graduation ceremony for me. I have known some of you since kindergarten. Others I have come to know along the way. But with my own child graduating beside you, this class has a very special place in my heart. When each of you tosses your graduation cap tonight, I will feel a tug at my heart like I do every year. But this year, that tug will be far deeper and more profound. Tonight I speak not only as an educator, but as a parent, about what I hope you have taken away from your 4 years at Mamaroneck High School as you move on to the next stage of your life. As we gather here tonight, just 7 miles away at the Calvary Baptist Church in White Plains, another gathering is taking place. People are coming together to march and show solidarity in the face of hatred, in the face of a tragic loss of life that took place just 1 week ago in Charleston, South Carolina. This service to mourn, to celebrate our unity, and to bear witness is one of hundreds that are taking place as Americans of all races, ages, and religions express their grief at the carnage that took place in an important historic black church. In June 1965, a century after the end of the Civil War, Dr. Martin Luther King gave his own graduation speech at Oberlin College. He titled his speech, "Remaining Awake Through a Great Revolution." The speech Dr. King made 50 years ago to those Oberlin graduates still resonates today. Dr. King said, "All mankind is tied together. All life is interrelated, and we are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny." He went on to urge, "Let us stand up. Let us be a concerned generation." Dr. King's speech at the height of the civil rights movement was one of optimism. He had a tremendous faith in the future, in a better world. But he was adamant in his belief that we would only achieve this future together. As I look at you tonight, I too feel great optimism that you, the future of our country, will honestly confront the issues of our time. Over the years, you have repeatedly demonstrated a profound caring for your fellow students and for others. You have stood up for your teammates on the playing fields. You have opened your arms and hearts to young people who have fled the horrors of poverty and gangs in Central America. You have established an after-school program for students with special needs, and you have earnestly worked to make our school a better place. And now, as you move beyond the protected precincts of Mamaroneck High School, you will surely be confronted not only with great joys and opportunities, but with challenges and injustices as well. I am confident that each of you will go on to achieve individual success. But it is also my fervent hope that your time at Mamaroneck High School has taught you that it takes more than individual achievement to weave the fabric of a just society. I am confident that the class of 2015 will stand up and will continue to show all of us what it means to be members of a concerned generation. Congratulations, class of 2015. At this point, I would like to invite Kara Bendich, our salutatorian, to make some remarks.
I'm so honored to have this opportunity to share my thoughts today. I spent weeks contemplating what I could possibly say that is worthy of this special occasion. The same question ran through my mind countless times. What do I have to say that is worthwhile? Well, here I am, and I'm so excited to speak to all of you. Faculty, administration, parents, friends and family, and most importantly, to the Mamaroneck High School class of 2015. Congratulations on all we have accomplished and all we have to look forward to. Almost 13 years ago, a timid little girl set foot in Central School for her first day of kindergarten. Today, that timid girl is standing in front of you, just as nervous, but armed with years of encouragement and experience that I hope will give her enough confidence to deliver this speech. Several years before that exciting first day of school, my mother was on an avid search to find the school district she felt my brother and I would have the potential to thrive in. This decision was not made lightly, since she knew that the school she ultimately chose would factor greatly into the kind of people her children would become. Her decision was made when she found Mamaroneck, and immediately got a strong, instinctual feeling that this school district would not only provide the right academic environment, but would also foster our creativity. Standing here today, I know that my mother made the right choice. Back to that quiet little girl. I always felt terribly uncomfortable being the center of attention. I much preferred to quietly observe and absorb what was going on around me. My family often jokes about the fact that my brother and I have always been so different. From the second he was born, my brother made his presence known. Whether he was putting on a show, playing music, or telling a story, I was and still am the most captive member of his audience. I continued to be an observer as I started my elementary school experience. I loved school from the beginning. There was so much to absorb and figure out, and the most exciting part for me was learning to read. There was something magical about being able to access so much information through an endless array of stories. My mind was suddenly filled with excitement and new ideas. All I needed was to feel comfortable enough to express myself. Each year, I became a little more confident, but it was in 5th grade that I was given a gentle push that would become a defining moment for me. My teacher recognized that underneath my quiet exterior was a brain buzzing with thoughts and opinions. One day, he took me by surprise and asked me to teach a poetry lesson for my class. I was given something I never would have had the courage to ask for, a platform to share my thoughts. After teaching my lesson, I was left with a feeling of gratification unlike anything I had felt before. This opportunity, and the reaction it evoked within me, was a pivotal moment in my path to self-expression. It was not a coincidence that I raised my hand much more often after my poetry lesson. A new confidence was instilled in me that day, all because my teacher, Mr. Urso, made me believe that I had something meaningful to offer. I was lucky enough to have many more teachers like Mr. Urso, whose encouragement and support pushed me further in the right direction and renewed my desire to participate and speak out. With a great deal of practice, I learned that I could communicate effectively through writing, which opened up new opportunities to express myself. Every assignment, in-class activity, and interaction in school helped me develop my voice. Sorry, I'm losing my cap. In 8th grade, when it came time to choose my elective for high school, I made a decision that would have a much greater impact on me than I could ever foresee. This decision, here, give me a second to readjust, I'm so sorry. Okay, back to where I was. In 8th grade, when it came time to choose my elective for high school, I made a decision that would have a much greater impact on me than I could ever foresee. This decision, to take PACE, provided the perfect balance to the academic challenges ahead of me. I found a second home in PACE, which was a place where I felt comfortable enough to experiment and take risks in the performing arts. I gained an immense appreciation for music and theater, created strong bonds with so many artistic students, and discovered my passion for choreography. My mother was definitely right that Mamaroneck would foster my creativity. Through my choreography, I have truly learned and experienced what it means to share my innermost self. As my dances are being performed and I watch from the audience, I know that my thoughts and feelings are being expressed in a way that words will never be able to accomplish. The only thing I can think to compare it to is the gratification I felt as a quiet girl in 5th grade who finally knew that what I had to say mattered. Today is the perfect day for reflection, an opportunity to recognize how far you have come and how you have changed. As I reflect, I realize how much I was given by so many people who are a part of this community. It was not just the influence of my incredible teachers that helped me grow. It was sitting in a classroom filled with students, each of us a work in progress, offering our opinions and ideas that made the experience so meaningful. I learned so much from my classmates and was constantly in awe of the unique insight each one had to offer. There is no better way for me to conclude my journey in Mamaroneck than to stand here and let my voice be heard one last time. It is such a fitting ending to my path of growth, from a quiet and reserved kindergartner to a graduating high school senior who is ready to use the voice that was cultivated here. It is not lost on me that this is an incredible opportunity, not only to speak to my teachers and fellow students who I shared classes with, but also to those of you who I never had the chance to interact with directly. Being able to speak to all of you today is the ultimate honor for that quiet girl to share her words and thoughts on such a momentous occasion. In order to feel comfortable enough to let my voice be heard, I know that it is necessary to have people that are willing to listen. I hope, going forward, you will find people that encourage you and listen to your voice. Thank you all for listening to mine. One last little thing. I promised my Chinese teacher I would say something in Chinese. I won't bother to translate because, to be quite honest, what I'm about to say makes no sense out of context, and only my fellow Chinese students and Liu Laoshi will understand. So, after speaking so much about expressing myself, I hope you won't mind the irony of ending with words that most of you won't understand. 请刘老师上课，大家注意听，请安静，说说中国话，朋友偏听着，我的报告完了，谢谢大家。
And now, our beloved Joe Liberti, member of the Social Studies Department, is going to speak to the graduates.
Good evening. While I'm honored to speak to you today, your selection does make me question the old saying that there is, quote, wisdom in the masses. I'm not sure I'm the best choice to speak, given I'm rather unrepresentative of the average American. I guess you could say I'm not your average Joe. First, I closely follow American politics and somehow manage not to get totally depressed. In fact, I remain hopeful. Yes, I said hopeful. In addition, I ride a bicycle to work year-round, which puts me in the same league as school-age children and French expatriates living in Larchmont. It's true. I don't even ride a cool bicycle. Miss Amarada says it's like a Wicked Witch of the West bicycle. Sometimes she does like the little music with the dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Which would be fine if I was a hipster living in Brooklyn with tattoos and skinny jeans, but I'm not, and you wouldn't want to see me in skinny jeans, trust me. Perhaps you would have been better off selecting a faculty member who teaches a STEM-related course. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These are the types of courses that teach actual marketable skills, leading to lucrative future careers in Google and Facebook. As a teacher of mostly American government, I only help produce thoughtful, engaged citizens, which apparently only leads to a future in your parents' basement after college. I tell you this because in the end you picked me, and therefore you might want to be a little skeptical about what I have to say to you today. Now, like most faculty commencement speakers, I struggled with what to say today. Faced with such a situation like you, I began with a Google search. Came across many commencement speech-related themes, insights, and aphorisms. Several sources suggest using a metaphor about life. I thought maybe I should go with the well-known metaphor that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And then I thought, no. life is definitely not a box of chocolates. Today, many boxes of chocolates come with guides, so you pretty much know exactly what you're getting, and even if you don't, you can just simply take your finger, poke a hole in the back, check it out. If you don't like it, you pretty much put it right back. So now, life is like a box of chocolates didn't quite sum it up. It seems to imply that life is completely random, and life is not completely random. The fact remains that there are some constants in life. For example, John Boehner, Speaker of the House, will always be orangey tan. Seawall will always be seawall, even without a wall. Kim Kardashian's greatest asset will always be her husband. And finally, Dr. Shaps will always give us less snow days than all the schools in Maine and Alaska combined. Now, having a sweet tooth myself and two little kids of my own, I continued my quest for the candy metaphor about life. So here it is. Life is like Sour Patch Kids. And that's the reason you got Sour Patch Kids. That's right, life is like Sour Patch Kids. Stay with me on this one. For those of you unfamiliar with this candy concoction, it's sweet and gooey chewy candy with a very, very sour exterior. And by this metaphor, I don't mean that life is simply full of high fructose corn syrup, red dye number 40 or blue dye number 1, or even my favorite, which is yellow dye number 5. That's what gives my skin its healthy glow. No, I mean that life is full of contrasts, tensions, and contradictions. Figuring out how to live within these is the key to a successful life. Let me use a personal story to illustrate my point that life is like Sour Patch Kids. Just before I do that, I wrote this before the tragedy in Charlotte, so just be aware of that. In Charleston, I mean. The year after I graduated from college, my best friend Matt and I decided to ride our bicycles across the United States, starting in Virginia Beach and finishing in Santa Monica, California. I thought of this as a youthful adventure. Sweet. My parents considered it work avoidance. Sour. It was about mid-April. We were about 2 weeks into our bicycle trip, and we found ourselves in the middle of Tennessee, somewhere on the western slope of the Cumberland Plateau, which sits just east of a region known as Tornado Alley. That'll become important. I mention this because apparently tornado season kicks off around April, all of which was news to me at the time. As we began our descent off the plateau that day, the skies opened up and lightning crashed down all around. We took refuge in a tiny backwoods gas station. Soaked to the bone and unsure of how to proceed, it was then that two men, in a pickup truck, offered us a lift to the nearest town, which supposedly included a deluxe truck stop and motel. This is where you key the dueling banjo music. If you don't understand that, ask your parents. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was decision time. Stay and perhaps be killed by lightning or a tornado, or get into a pickup truck and be killed by two strangers. This might be a good time to remind you that we were two liberal-minded young men riding bicycles, dressed in spandex and neon. I thought we'd ride in the back of the pickup truck, but the driver assured us that we should sit up front with him and his buddy. The driver's name was Thurman. He was a substantial, barrel-chested man with work-worn hands and a deep southern drawl. He donned a t-shirt, dirty jeans, and work boots. Thurman's buddy was named Navajo. I don't actually know how to explain that one. Anyhow, it didn't take long before Thurman asked us where we had started our trip. At this point in the trip, we stopped saying like where we actually started because it sounded like we were bragging. So we just say like, well, we started in this, town where we camped. So we said, look, we camped in this town last night. And he was unsatisfied with that response, and he asked, no, where y'all start from? So we said Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach, Virginia? Said Thurman. I said, yep. Damn, you boys are all right. A huge sense of relief washed over me and us, for I knew we would not be killed immediately. Thurman was a curious fellow. He asked where we grew up. I said near Philadelphia. Thurman asked if there were many, quote, colored folk there. Not sure where this was going. I said, yeah, there's a lot of different folk there. You all see some colored folk around here during the day, but not at night, said Thurman, which seemed to imply that African Americans were unwelcomed after sundown. What Thurman said next stuck with me for a long, long time. He said, It's not that we don't like them, it's just we don't believe in them. Let me repeat that. It's not that we don't like them, it's just that we don't believe in them. I was rendered absolutely speechless. I sat there in stunned silence. Thurman's next words floated past me, almost unnoticed. They said, we're all just good Christian boys trying to help out where we can, like you boys. Thurman dropped us off near the deluxe truck stop at an hotel. His parting words were, y'all tell your folks you met some real rednecks. What am I to make of all this? I didn't challenge him on his racist views or demand he pull over and let us out to brave the elements. Instead, I chose the comfort of the pickup truck over the discomfort of my conscience. As I said before, life is a lot like Sour Patch Kids, full of contrasts, tensions, and contradictions. Not dying in a tornado, that was pretty sweet. But being saved by an avowed racist left a pretty sour taste in my mouth. You see, people in situations are rarely black and white. They're rarely totally sweet or completely sour. I could have easily dismissed Thurman as a racist redneck, but that would have been too easy. The truth lies somewhere between the extremes, and therein lies the tension, sour and sweet. I guess that's why I'm a social studies teacher. That's why I love teaching AP government. Every day is an opportunity to embrace the contrasts, the tensions, the contradictions found within American political culture. It's my chance to help my students see that life is not simply black and white, Republican and Democrat, big government and little government. We are better people, better citizens when we wrestle with the tension between sweet and sour. You will meet many Thurmans in your life, but will you simply cast aside those people and situations as aberrations, or will you accept the tension and search for the greater meaning and truth? Will you forego the opportunity to explore the nuances, the thoughtful questions, and the potential opportunities within the tension between the sour and the sweet? Now, please don't take my metaphor to mean that for every sour part of life, there's some hidden sweetness. Let's be honest. Not every dark cloud has a silver lining, and not everyone can grow up to be president. Just ask Mitt Romney or Vermin Supreme. I was going to go with Michael Dukakis, but I figured only parents and grandparents might get that one. As I said before, life is like Sour Patch Kids, so embrace the sour and sweet tension of life. Perhaps some of you will become medical doctors. Maybe a loving wife will plead with you to perform a Hail Mary procedure to save her 90-year-old husband suffering from an incurable disease. How can you blame her? She only wants the last bit of sweetness that life might have to offer. But as a trained medical doctor, you know that this procedure will only create sourness of false expectations and a tortured ending. What will you do? Perhaps some of you will become future entrepreneurs. Maybe you'll create a really sweet dating app based on people's Chipotle eating habits. You'll call your app C-Date. However, after making a couple $1 million, you receive a very sour letter from the National Security Agency requesting you turn over your customers' private information in the name of national security. How will you handle this tension? What will you do? Perhaps some of you will choose to become parents. Maybe your boss will unexpectedly reschedule an important meeting on the very same morning as your daughter's first school play. Seeing your daughter perform would be the sweetest thing. But having your career stall due to the missed meeting would be very sour. And what will you do? I do not have the answers to these situations, but I do know that you will have to live between the sour and sweet tension of life. Figuring out how to live with the contrasts and tensions and contradictions is the key to a successful life. Please know that teaching you this year has been very, very sweet. Seeing you leave MHS is awfully sour. I accept that tension. I can do no other way, and I hope you will too. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Jack Belisle, President of our Student Council, will now say a few words.
Members of the school board, teachers, parents, friends, and fellow graduates, it is an honor to speak to you all today. We, the graduating class of 2015, are moving on from the halls of Mamaroneck High School to our next endeavors. At this time last year, we were facing the challenges of our upcoming senior year. College visits, SATs, ACTs, our personal essays, the Common App, and the wait for college decisions. We are past that now. Our post-high school plans are in place. Our class has worked hard throughout the high school to grow and succeed on many fronts. From our academic success to our performing arts and musical accomplishments, 4 state championships in our senior year alone, and 3 Battle of the Classes victories in the last 3 years, we have so much success to look back on. With all of these amazing experiences shared by us, it is hard to believe that after today, we will no longer be students at Mamaroneck High School. However, as author Haruki Murakami puts it, no matter how much time passes, no matter what takes place in the interim, there are some things we can never assign to oblivion, memories we can never rub away. We are all moving on, but we take Mamaroneck High School with us. It is my hope for all of you that the best memories that you have of your time here are never assigned to oblivion, and that you carry them with you wherever your future takes you. As I look out on all of you, my friends and fellow graduates, I know that ultimately, we won't measure our time in high school in years, or semesters, or days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5A, 5B, X, or Y, but in the friendships that we have made and the times we have shared together. It has been a true privilege serving as your executive board president, and I could not have been prouder to represent all of you. While we may be nervous about what happens after we throw our caps in the air, we are also excited for what comes next. I look forward to hearing about all of our future achievements. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Jack. And now Isabel Zaka, the senior class president, will present the class gift.
Good evening. My name is Isabel Zucker, but most of you know me as Belle. I am president of the senior class of 2015. Standing in front of you right now, I am absolutely astounded by the talent, skill, and potential I see. Among us are over 60 state champions, 25 Original Science Research Symposium Award winners, over 20 area all-state musicians, 5 New York Federal Reserve Challenge semifinalists, 48 performers of Gershwin's 16-minute Rhapsody in Blue, over 80 New York State election campaign volunteers, 6 Con Ed athletes, over 40 student interns, and more than 100 people who traveled to France, Washington, D.C., and China this year. Most importantly, every single student wearing a cap and gown right now somehow passed fourth quarter gym. It has been a great 4 years, and we, the 3-time Battle of the Classes champions, have worked extremely hard to get to this point. Our class has never been one to simply get by in life. Through our accomplishments over the past 4 years, each of us has proved our commitment to strive for excellence in every task, small or large. The Senior Class Gift is an annual tradition developed by students as a way for the senior class to leave behind their legacy. This year, we're excited to announce that the senior class is donating $500 towards iPad charging stations that will be used to aid in Mamaroneck High School's commitment to continual progress and excellence. As I look out at all of you, I know that you all will continue to try to excel in everything you do. And I can't wait to hear about the class of 2015 successes. Thank you, and congratulations to the Mamaroneck High School class of 2015.
Thank you, Belle. Only one award is given every year at graduation. Nancy Albertson, second vice president of the Mamaroneck Teachers Association, will present that award tonight.
Good evening. On behalf of your teachers, I would like to congratulate the class of 2015. Tonight, I have been given the privilege of presenting the Boothby Award. This award commemorates Arthur Boothby, the superintendent of Mamaroneck schools from 1917 to 1941. The Mamaroneck Teachers Association presents this award annually to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the ideals of public education, the ideals so highly prized by its namesake. To this day, the Boothby Award remains the only award presented at the graduation ceremony, and therefore its receipt is a most significant accomplishment. Each year, our high school faculty faces the challenge of nominating and selecting just one student from an impressive list of candidates. The result of this selection process is one of the best kept secrets at Mamaroneck High School. Once again, after rigorous review, our teachers have made the difficult choice. This year's recipient was born in Romania to a loving, hardworking family. And as the saying goes, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This student embodies the ideals of public education. She is among the top 10% of the senior class academically, a member of the National Honor Society, an accomplished artist, and a talented filmmaker. She is sensitive and caring. Her work, her art, and her writing give voice to the voiceless. She is highly respected by her peers and her teachers. She is thoughtful, patient, and reflective. Her work ethic is evident in her volunteer service with the Southeast Consortium, a local organization that provides recreational services to special needs children. Using her filmmaking skills, she has created a documentary for the consortium. Perhaps, in the future, as she accepts an Academy Award for filmmaking, she will remember her time here at Mamaroneck High School, and we, in turn, will fondly remember her. It is my pleasure to announce the 2015 Boothby Award winner, Alexandra Yanoviciu.
I would like to welcome Max Schechter, our valedictorian, to address the
Superintendent Chaps, Principal Klain, esteemed and gifted teachers, Mamaroneck and Larchmont dignitaries, parents, families, friends, and my fellow accomplished students of the class of 2015. It is a great honor for me to be here on this fine evening. When I started high school, I knew I had entered a new phase of my life. I had many new freedoms and was now able to fully explore the world around me. Now I could leave the building at lunchtime, drinking as many caramel frappuccinos as I pleased. With all that caffeine, it's a wonder I didn't fly away, like Superman zooming over Westchester County. Another freedom we all enjoyed was the ability to participate in a vast array of clubs and after-school activities, like the Senior Year Tea Club. This is where I learned that your basic mint tea is incredibly bland compared to Maharaja Chai Oolong Samurai Chai Mate tea. I just wanted to say that. Each one of us has his or her own story of personal growth and discovery to tell. Over the past 4 years, we have all benefited from the many opportunities that Mamaroneck High School has to offer. Today, while we think back on our years at MHS and look forward to the rosy future ahead, my simple yet hopefully compelling advice to all of you is dare to explore, be curious, be open to new discoveries, and do not cease to be amazed. Perhaps the greatest opportunity bestowed upon us all at Mamaroneck High School has been the chance to explore New York City on our own. The most exciting city in the world works a mere 16 miles away, or approximately a 1-minute flight for Superman. New York is certainly the gateway to new cultures, especially in the world of food. One spring afternoon, when I was returning home from my internship, I happened upon a barely visible hole-in-the-wall sandwich shop called Num Pang, the Khmer word for bread or sandwich. For me, Num Pang is now my word for absolute perfection. The ginger barbecue beef sandwich is an epiphany, and I'm still eating my way around the menu, savoring every bite. It's amazing how such chance discoveries can permanently enrich our lives. Just as one can find that truly special restaurants, whether in New York or here in Larchmont or Mamaroneck, we were all able to find that one teacher, classmates, or subjects that truly made a difference. We were only able to do these things by exercising our curiosity and daring to explore. New York City also became very integrated with my studies. Through the original science research elective, I began doing medical research at the Rockefeller University on the obesity epidemic. It was an incredible learning experience, and I often felt like a visiting doctor instead of just a teenager. Somewhat ironically, each day my obesity research group would have lunch at some greasy East Side burger joint, eating way too many French fries. It was as if we were yearning to become our own medical subjects. Exploring the city transformed me in a myriad of ways. When I left Manhattan and began to discover the outer boroughs, I realized the broad range of possibilities that our futures may hold. There will be new cities to explore, new campuses to navigate, a host of new friends to meet, and no end of caramel frappuccinos. As we travel through our lives, we must always retain our love for exploration. We should savor the journey and not be so obsessed about the goals or destinations, however important they may appear to be. As my grandfather Julius used to say, enjoy the ride. No matter what our chosen path, we must never lose our sense of curiosity, for curiosity is what fuels exploration. Albert Einstein once said, quote, "The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." We must stay intellectually curious, and we must continue to question all that we know in order to grow further. MHS has prepared us well for this purpose. Looking back on my time at MHS, some of the best moments came during senior year. I was taking all of my favorite subjects, participating in a host of clubs and activities, and I had a support system of faculty that were special, caring, and attentive to me. I also had a group of friends whom I really love. MHS is truly a special place. I would like to thank Superintendent Shaps, Principal Klein, and all of the administration for providing such a wonderful environment in which to learn and grow. I also wish to thank our outstanding teachers. Every single teacher I have had over the past 4 years has taught me something that I will take with me on my journey, something that will bolster me for my next challenge. Whether it's Miss Henry's musical rendition of the quadratic equation, Mr. Sobel's knowledge of opportunity cost, which goes well beyond economics and helps me make decisions, or Mr. Seck's expertise in chemistry and his justified critique of American hors d'oeuvres compared to those in Senegal. Just pretzels? My teachers will have a beneficial and lasting effect on me. Most importantly, however, I wish to express my extreme gratitude to the class of 2015. I am so stoked to have you all as my fellow classmates and friends. We are pretty awesome, aren't we? Whether it is winning the New York State Baseball Championship, performing Rhapsody in Blue in a trend-setting pace production, or earning top honors at the Westchester Science Fair, among endless other accomplishments. As a class, we inspire those around us by sharing our passions and working hard at what we love to do. I think the movie High School Musical sums it up quite nicely. We're all in this together. The Nobel Prize-winning poet T.S. Eliot once said, "What we call the beginning is often the end, and to make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from." Graduation marks the end of our 4 years at MHS, and the beginning of a new adventure of our lives. Undoubtedly, the future will bring many new challenges and even greater rewards, but we can all be so grateful for the time we have spent at MHS. We can all take pride in having created such a diverse and caring community, a community that we will look back on with overflowing nostalgia, connection, and love. Together we've learned so much. Now as we head in our own directions, we all face a bright and rewarding future, so long as we dare to explore. Thank you.
Colleagues in administration, distinguished members of the faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2015. I congratulate you on earning your high school diploma. Graduates, you've distinguished yourselves in the classroom, on the playing fields, and on the stage. You've gained national, state, and regional recognition and awards for academic achievement and co-curricular success. You've excelled in every possible arena from A to Z. Congratulations on a job well done. Clearly, you've learned the important lesson that commitment, effort, and sacrifice are part of the formula for success. And perhaps you now recognize that determination and seeing something through is not about the intrinsic reward or recognition that awaits you. Instead, it's the self-realization that comes from understanding what led to your accomplishment. All those hours practicing, failing, revising, and knowing how and when to ask for help are the requisite skills and disposition that increase the likelihood of reaching the mark, getting to the finish line, or achieving a personal goal. I truly believe our work with you the past 13 years has helped you internalize this important learning, and that in many ways the faculty, staff, and school system contributed and helped you realize the importance of effort and self-reflection. I hope that you will rely on these two key principles as you set future goals and face new challenges. As much as we have shared our knowledge and wisdom with you individually and collectively, you have provided us with a special gift. What first comes to mind about the class of 2015 is your caring nature and the many ways your actions and behavior has touched the lives of others. Throughout the year, I've heard many faculty members and staff remark about the kind nature and generous spirit of your class. Many precede the remarks with the qualifier of nice, individual, or group, suggesting that above all else, your character and concern for others defines your being. When asked about her legacy, poet Maya Angelou remarked, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." As you leave MHS, many of us will remember the multitude of small gestures, kind acts, welcoming smiles, and just plain niceness. Yes, this is an actual word. In fact, the Oxford Dictionary defines niceness as the quality of being nice that served to make us feel valued and appreciated. As Maya Angelou suggests, the humanness attached to thinking first of others is a treasured and precious gift. It transcends talent and success, and it may even lead to immortality. Moving away from the abstract, I would like to put things in more of a practical context. It is the simple acts and effort of niceness or kindness that matter most. So here are a few recommendations that may serve to elicit warm feelings from others. Always remember to hold open the door for the person behind you. Find opportunities to ask someone how they are doing today, as if the present moment mattered most. Call, don't text your parents or family as often as you can. I can tell you from personal experience, hearing the sound of your voice will make them feel good. Always consider how your effort and interactions impact people and make them feel, and never underestimate the level of personal satisfaction or reward that comes from making people just feel good. This mindset or belief will truly make you a class of lifetime distinction. More importantly, it may be just what separates you from others in all aspects of your life. I wish you a bright and successful future. I am confident that you will do great things and find your place in this world. Moreover, I know that you will lead by example and find opportunities to warm the heart of others and make us feel special. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Shaps. Our last remarks tonight before the awarding of the diplomas will come from Anne LeBou, the President of the Board of Education.
Good evening. It's a privilege for me to bring greetings from the board to the class of 2015 and your families. Probably many of you are unfamiliar with the school board. Most of you are wondering why you have to listen to me talk. And I guarantee all of you are hoping I'll keep my remarks brief. So here goes. Now, why am I speaking to you tonight? Because graduating from high school is not a fluke or an accident, but the product of careful planning and team effort by the school district, your teachers, your friends and families, the entire community, and you. Our school district has set high academic standards that you have met. It has offered opportunities to stimulate your intellect, activate your body, and engage your spirit. Our dedicated faculty have been there to get to know you, guide you, and challenge you. You have friends and families who place a high value on education and have helped and supported you. Picking up supplies for a project, cheering from the audience or stands, listening when you needed to talk, and clearing out when you needed quiet to study. Finally, you live in a community where public education is top priority, where people sustain our schools by approving budgets and paying taxes, volunteering their talents on citizens' committees like the school board and in organizations like our PTAs, contributing their voices to one of the most important institutions of our democracy. Faculty, family, friends, and community members whose hard work and support have helped you reach this milestone, all of us, are here to share this moment with you, and we are so proud of you. Because if graduating from high school is a team effort, you are the team's MVP. It is your accomplishment, not ours. You have demonstrated determination and intellect, creativity and curiosity, humor and warmth. These qualities and more have brought you to this place. As you receive your diploma, remember that many people believe in you and have invested so much in helping you arrive at this night, including people like me whom you've never met. Now, it is up to you to take advantage of what you have been given. We are confident you will rise to this challenge. As you embark on the next stage of your life, know that the entire community celebrates your success and looks forward to all you will accomplish. On behalf of the school board, congratulations to each and every member of the class of 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne LeBou. As the principal of Mamaroneck High School, I certify that the following students have met the requirements for graduation and may receive their diplomas. Row 1, please stand.
Jason Abel. Sasha Alcott. David Alvarez. Lauren Amato. Thomas Anderson. Maritza Angeles Gonzalez. Hannah Arias. Caroline Aronin. Kayleanne Arozamena, being presented with her diploma by her mother, Iris Hernandez. Tristan Ayala. Gabriel Badner. Aralda Balaj. Emma Balin, being presented with her diploma by her mother, Principal Elizabeth Plain. Jason Venegas Padilla. Bianca Barragan. Daniela Barrios. Nelson Barrios. Diana Barry. Natalie Basta. Maritza Bautista. Amanda Bayer. Jack Delisle. Kara Bendich. Zoe Bird. Douglas Berger. Veronica Berger. Julia Berger Bailey. Rachel Berman. Jimmy Bernstein. Annie Bayer Chaffetz. Matthias Bogerin. Joshua Brooker. Andrew Brown. Jody Brown Clark. Natalia Brusich. James Bodile. Charlotte Bunta. Emma Hawkins. Julia Callahan. Christopher Campanelli. Cortland Cannon. Freya Cantwell. Maria Carrasco. Nikki Caruso. Henry Case. Serena Ann Cattell. Thomas Sabalos. Louis Cerna. Michael Chasen. Olivia Chen. Kimberly Schiaparelli, being presented with her diploma by her father, Mike Schiaparelli. Bowen Cologne. Winifred Concy. Elona Kreiner. Emma Sen. DeVries. Olivia Del Rio. Tyler Derby. Sophie DePont. Alexander Diacobo. James Diaz. Julian Dyke. Samantha Doherty. Joanna Dos Santos. Kara Doherty. Troy Downs. Sarah Dunford. Michaela Durbin. Georgia Ellis. Michael Fabiano. Gianna Finelli. Sydney Farrell. Harry Fetterfield. Danielle Feitler. Giselle Fonseca. Estras Garay. Tessa Garces. Heather Gardner. Nicholas Edick. Olivia Geringer. William Giddens. Hayden Ginsberg. Juan Geraldo. Joshua Gursky. Isabel Gitlin. Andrian Glavon. Ethan Goldstein. Daniel Gonzalez. Alexandra Gordon. Jack Green. Ethan Greenberg. Andrew Gross. Aaron Gutstein. Noah Haber. Jacob Harmon. Eli Harper Soroto. Jack Harrigan. Bailey Tess Harris, being presented with her diploma by her mother, Karen Harris. Charles Harris. Kathleen Harwood. Matthew Heaney. Katarina Heitbaum. Yusuf Hamida. William Henderson. Darius Heshmat. Nicole Hilden. Julia Hofstetter. Catherine Holliver. Emily Holzberg. Ethan Horing. Megan Horton. Erica Kwong. Owen Hurley. Stephen Hyland. Tomas Ianis. Alexandra Yonavichu. Marquez Jackson. Nikita Jackson. Elizabeth Jacobs. Adrian Jacoby Duneroy. Carlin. Max Kaufman. Eric Kawakami. Nicole Kurz. Stephen Kettig. Zed Khan. Sam Kiernan. Kai Kingsman. Jenna Perrant. Carly Kleinman. Connor Kliegerman. Robert Kametz, being presented with his diploma by his mother, Lisa Kametz. Jackson Knowles. Jesse Kravitz. Jason Francis. Catherine Cruz. Karen Lager. Eleanor Lara. Ryan LeBlanc. Miranda Lee. Nicholas Lee. Paige Lee. Tia Lee. Alexi Lefebvre. Matthew Lehman. Christopher Lemus. Jose Lemus. James Levinson. Matthew Lebo. Jacob Livney. Rolf Locker. Danielle London. Alejandro Lopez. Anna Lowenthal. Justin Lurie. Philip Macaluso. Daisy Morena. Reed Malice. Jonathan Maldonado Lopez. Sarah Marcus. Marlena Margiata. Isaiah Margulies. Kevin Marsh. Hector Martinez. Liza Max. Madison May. Ana Mazariegos. Emily McCarthy. Kara McKevely. Samuel McGrath. Katie McHugh. Lindsay McLaughlin. James McMillan. Oriana Melendez. Jennifer Mendoza. Matthew Meyerson. Leela Mitra. Liam Monahan. Alberto Montagne. Paul Adrian Morange. Olivia Morgan. Joshua Moskowitz. Yoshiaki Murakami. Eleanor Nobles. Nicholas Naftalin. Zachary Megan. Kumar Nambiar, being presented with his diploma by his father, Anand Nambiar. Jennifer Newman. Julia Norman. Michaela Nugent. Jason Oates. Noah Odierna. Louise Olson. Sweat Ono. Thomas Orgalevitz. Erin O'Rourke, being presented with her diploma by her mother, Kathleen O'Rourke. Richard Owen. Nicholas Polarmidi. Ryan Popozoglu. Paulina Paras. Anna Perret. Alex Parkinson. Juan Partida. Michaela Pastorino. Yash Patel. Anthony Pecora. Christopher Perales. Ziamara Perez. Florence Peters. Amy Pfeffer. Vanessa Pierre. Lauren Podolsky. Sadie Popoli. Paul Pregoda. Adriana Pryor. Nicholas Pogliotti. Noah Putnam. Matthew Rabinowitz. Kimberly Ramos. Roger Ransom. Linus Rochnabel. Nicholas Rita. Roger Reed, being presented with his diploma by his father, George Reed. Jamie Reedy. Jordana Rice. Diego Reyes. Daniel Rivera. Julia Robinson. Anna Roblin. Tanya Rodas. Marcus Rodriguez. Alexander Roman. Emily Roman. Tiana Rosado. Leah Rosenzweig. Caroline Roth. Sheehan. Stephanie Ruano Maldonado. Kieran Rudge. William Sash. Quentin Sakakini. Albert Salinas. Shirley Samara. Alexandro Sanchez. Elliot Sawyer. Max Schechter. Nicholas Schlegel. Yvette Seegan. Elizabeth Side. Karen Side. Noah Seltzer. Brian Sepkowski. Molly Sheehan. Theodora Shirley. Abigail Silver. Luciana Simone. Julia Simons. Harry Skinner. Thomas Schlesinger. George Smore. Alexa Snyder. Carolyn Solomini. Stephen Salad. Andrew Summer. Samantha Spadero. Joseph Spano. Christopher St. Pierre. Brianna Steigerwald. Benjamin Steinberger. Jessica Stingone. Sonia Storch. Elliot Strauss. Gideon Tate. Emily Tao. Caroline Tabul. Greer Thielander. Catherine Thompson. Kimberly Travisano. Amy Turks. Haley Tyler, being presented with her diploma by her mother, Bernadette Tyler. Robert Valdez, being presented with his diploma by his mother, Therese Valdez. Max Valera. Diana Vasquez. Scott Vasquez. Ariana Velez. Michael Villapiano. Amy Wagman. Morgan Watroba. Catherine Weiser. Caroline Weistuck. Jake Welty. Samuel Wertheim. Kathleen Whittemore. Kennedy Whittington Cooper. Kelly Wicker. Brian Willens. John Wilson. Young. Kevin Yepes. Benjamin Yao. Brett Young. Sebastian Zamora. Elizabeth Zelenka. Caroline Zankal. Marluz Zirin. Nicole Zinger. Isabel Zingini. And Isabel Zucker.
Wow. Thank you, Ms. Jenright, for reading those names so beautifully. To close our wonderful ceremony tonight, our swing choir and our graduates will sing our alma mater. Please rise.